Day 17, starting with crossing this little creek that I spent the night next to last night. And it looks like it's going to be a rocky start. I actually had a pretty nice night. It was a large camping area, and I thought I might be by myself, but another hiker came in, and we had a great time chatting. So that was nice to have some company. And this morning, it's a big day. I'm heading up to Cottonwood Pass, which is where I got off last year. So major milestone, passing Cottonwood Pass. I've been rehiking the same miles for over 200 miles now, so I'm ready to find some new views, new experiences, and it's time for me to get going. It's about 10 after 7 in the morning. I get kind of a late start. It was a pretty chilly night. It was down in the mid-40s, so it was kind of hard getting out of bed, especially under that cozy quilt. But I've got my sun hoodie on and my shorts because it should be pretty warm once I get out into the sunshine later in the day, and I don't want to have to change. But right now, it's cold enough that I want to get moving and get these legs warmed up. I've had kind of a slow start this morning. In the first hour, I went 1.5 miles, which isn't a great pace, but I stopped a lot. I was having trouble getting my body moving. Just having some trouble getting going, I guess. And I had a bar for breakfast. That's not something that's in my regular menu. And yeah, I think it was fine. I only ate half of it. I'm going to eat the next half right now. And I was just feeling like my body needed sugar or maybe more water, even though I'm pretty well hydrated. So I'm going to drink and finish that and then continue on. Wow. Not sure where I'm going to cross this. Probably up there on that big rock. Nope, that doesn't look fun. That might be doable. Alright, that log there was the winner. Not super stable, but if you use your poles and stay in the middle of the trunk, works out pretty well for me and the hiker up there. So, onward. Carrying it on. I had a little bit of uphill at the day and quite a bit of flat, but most of the trail so far has been this downhill. And I'm not complaining about downhill, but it's on this sandy, gravelly scree that's super slippery, and I just honestly do not remember so much of the trail being covered with this from last year. I guess I truly remembered the things that I liked best, but there's 1,001 ways to roll your ankle on this. I think I've tried at least 300 of them, and it's slow going for me. I know some hikers can fly through this, but for me it's kind of slow. It does look like we're moving into a little bit more lush area as we go down, and more aspens, fewer pines. So we'll see how that looks. That's a first for me. I heard there were motorcycles on parts of this trail, and that one just went by in a huge cloud of smoke, so I can't say I'm a fan. I'm sure it's fun, but I don't really want to hike in a cloud of exhaust. Do I sound like a grouch? Trying not to be a grouch, just share my opinions. After all that down, this is where I start going up, but it's about a little over 7 miles to Cottonwood Pass, 2,000 feet of elevation, so not terrible. I believe a lot of this area is also still relatively flat. The big climb comes at the end when you go out of the bowl up to Cottonwood Pass, so it should be pretty, well, I want to say it should be pretty tame, pretty doable. It's only 10:30 in the morning, but it is definitely heating up out here. Whew, hot in the sun. Is it just me, or is that a weird sign? I think I stay on the Colorado Trail to my right. I don't know why there's an arrow going the other direction. Well, it's 82 degrees now at noon, and And I'm getting a little concerned about both long water carries and being exposed to the sun above tree line. So I'm kind of wondering if I should stop at Cottonwood Pass, hang out for a while, and then hike in the evening. I don't know yet. I'll let you know. Heading in the right direction. I get to cross that, which should be fun. There's no logs, just feet. Oh, that creek crossing felt so good on my feet. I didn't want to get out. I stood there for a minute, just soaking it in. But I'm gonna sit here and let things dry a wee bit. They're not gonna get fully dry, but it seemed like a good spot to have lunch. So that's what I'm gonna do. Got a little tuna burrito, some Fritos. Pretty good lunch. Well, that was a nice long lunch break, and I've heard there's water on the way up to Cottonwood Pass, so I got some now, but I'm gonna get more before I get to the top. And I'm just gonna work my way up there bit by bit, take my time this afternoon. Sorry, flies eating me. Anyway, I'm gonna get up there and then hopefully hike about 4 miles more. Just take my time. I've got all afternoon to do it, all afternoon and evening, because it's only 1 o'clock now, so that's the plan. I stopped early tonight because it was threatening rain, and I thought I might take a break and then carry on, but it rained. I stayed. It's actually a beautiful spot just past a creek. It's right down there. I was actually feeling kind of guilty for stopping at 4 o'clock at first. I thought, this is silly. And I had planned to go on, but I realized I didn't really know where I would be camping, and I didn't know how far I could go. So I was a little concerned about that, especially being up above tree line once I get over Cottonwood Pass. So it made sense to stop. I had 10 miles today, and God willing, do at least 14, maybe 16 or 17 tomorrow to do most of the next segment. And yeah, cross your fingers, I'll be strong. Today was kind of a tough day. I was pretty tired. I took a nice long lunch. I had some tuna and Fritos for lunch, and then for some reason I just could not get my body going after that. So I was really on the struggle bus again. So yeah, I don't know what that was about, but I plan on getting some really good sleep tonight, getting up early and hitting the trail. I also ran into some problems with my iPhone about halfway through the day, which slowed me down and meant that I couldn't video as much for you as I wanted to. And that's because my storage was full, and my storage was full because it wasn't syncing completely when I was in the clouds. So since I have very little cell service, it's hard to get everything to sync, especially the big videos as I create them and try to save them. So anyway, they're saved, the ones I've edited so far. But my plan is this week to maybe spend a little bit of time in a hostel so I can get all those things uploaded that I've already done, edit some more videos so I can get those uploaded and scheduled when I am with Andy over the weekend. So hopefully that plan will work out. But as you know, things on the trail rarely go as planned.